Primary ignition.
Hey there, friends, fans, and collectors. Welcome to another episode of Binary Sunset Review. Today, we are finally taking a look at the Jazwares Micro Squadron collection, and we're kicking it off with the Republic LAAT Gunship. Let's get going.
Open doors.
These Micro Galaxy Squadrons have been out for about a year now. We're into Series 2. They're made by a company called Jazwares, and they're actually a great new Star Wars line that has miniature vehicles and even more miniature figures. Now, I'm sure many collectors can remember the old 1978 Kenner miniature vehicles line. So this is actually quite similar in scale, some of the vehicles, but of course we have the expanded universe of Star Wars and the last 30 years of designs and new vehicles added to the collection. Here we have a great shot of the front packaging. As you can see, we have a big open screen so you can see most of the vehicle through the packaging. This is great packaging. We also have a little scene in the background that looks like Geonosis, which is the first time we saw these vehicles appear on screen. We have the Star Wars logo up there in the upper left. We have the Micro Galaxy Squadron logo down there in the bottom center. We also have a smaller picture of the vehicle in the bottom right and the number for the collection, which is number 43. This is the second series in this line, so this is one of the first vehicles of the second series. We can tell it's Series 2 by the bottom left-hand corner with the number that says... We can tell it's Series 2 by the little number and the color in the bottom left-hand corner, right below the figures. And we can also see the figures that come with this vehicle. We seem to get a clone trooper and a clone pilot. How fun. For those who got the first series, the color was red, and it also had a launch edition sticker in the upper corner. At the very bottom, we see the name, the Republic LAAT. This is in a chrome kind of backing, so it has a nice shine and gleam to it. Here we have the back packaging. I really like the design of Jazwares packaging for these vehicles. We have a neat little blueprint, which can also be cut out as a collectible card of the vehicle. We have a nice Star Wars-esque holographic of the vehicle that shows the detailed parts. We can see we have the rotating cannons in the front. We have a top that comes off to expose the missiles. The wings also are removable. And last but not least, the bubble, it comes with the bubble turrets. The bubbles open up and can fit the minifigures. Now this is a really great design, like I was saying. I love that we're reintroducing these Star Wars miniature vehicles, not only for collectors, but also for photography. There's a really great way to get some nice depth to some of these figures, and to have them be so well detailed means that we can really get some neat photographic options out of them. Now on the back here, we also get a breakdown of the second wave. Now these series of ships is breaking on down into different classes, so each series has 3 or 4 different sets of classes of ships, starting out with light armor, moving up to starfighter classes, and then moving up to the starship class. There's also not listed here the scout class, which is what we have flanked here. Now they're little mystery box figures and vehicles, and really neat. They're all unique designs, and you can only get them in the certain wave that they come in, which is especially cool for collectors. Now, just by the pictures here, it seems like the Series 2 is pretty heavy on the Clone Wars and on the animated series Clone Wars, which I love, so I gotta be checking them out. I know the Marauder vehicle over there from Bad Batch. Another really exciting thing about these series of vehicles is that there are chase vehicles out there. Everybody knows the hotness for nerd collector things, especially for these blind box options, are to have some of them be extra rare and extra collectible. And these are called chase figures. Now, each of these different lines come with a certain amount of chase figures. So I know personally there's a special Sabine Wren's TIE Fighter. There's a regular TIE Fighter here, but one of the chase vehicles is Sabine Wren's TIE Fighter, which is super cool. For the mystery figures, we had a certain different series of chase figures here over the right. It's a really great opportunity to have collectors be trying to really seek to get the whole line, and then have there be something extra if you happen upon some of these chase ones. And the chase figures aren't differently priced. They're normally priced either in the Scout one or the light armor class, and if you just happen upon them in the store, you happen upon them. They normally have a little rare sticker on them. They're pretty neat. Here we have the side packaging. We have some expanded images on the detailing and the playability functions that come with this vehicle. So we see the cockpit opens up where you can fit 2 pilots, We also have the bay doors open so that they reveal that you can have other figures there or other storage. Over here we have the Republic LAAT in Arabesh, and it's just really great how they fully immerse the packaging in the Star Wars universe. The other side packaging, we have a nice huge image of the LAAT gunship across Geonosis there on its first debut in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So here we have our gunship out of the box. It is a beautifully designed little vehicle. It really does have some excellent paint scheme and some really great accessibility and playability functions. Right here we have the minifigures that come with this vehicle. We have the clone pilot and the clone trooper. They also come in this nice little package that is like a little plastic bubble, and then also has like a nice blueprint, as the vehicle does, but has a nice blueprint of the figures themselves. Again, the packaging for this line really is something to be impressed by. As we can see, the paint scheme and the detail is that of the Battle of Geonosis, so the first time we saw these guys. It's got the Republic logo there up on the right. We don't have any paint on the side. Sometimes they have some nice paint design. As you can see, I have some extra clone troopers in the bubble. I want to test that out, but these do not come with more than 2 figures, but you can totally equip your LAAT with other minifigures, as you can see here. The bubble turrets here have some motion. They can go to the side, and of course the cockpit can open up so we can access our trooper, outfit it with a figure, or take him out. Now in most of these vehicles, since the figures are so small, they have little hip kind of plastic clips so that when they go into their seats, they kind of clip on in. It's a nice design so you can fit these guys in here and have them not rattling around in their little seat. As we see from the side of the box, we have an opening cockpit here, of course, with a great design. We can fit 2 figures in here, but we're going to just slide our pilot right on in. Excellent there, how he sits down and the cockpit comes off. And he can be seen through the visor. What a great design for these little figures. I love these little mini vehicles, and it's great to add the LAAT gunship to the collection. Now we get a great shot of these side doors. These open just like we see them in the movie and on screen. And it also reveals we have some extra cargo back there. We have an exciting thing in the trunk I'll reveal in a minute, but we also have some fun extra little carriers for extra figures and extra personnel. This is like a giant space minivan, so this is designed to carry a bunch of troopers, and it's great to see that reflected in this vehicle design. And obviously both sides have swinging doors open, so we can really get some nice aesthetic there. And it wouldn't be an LAAT without the numerous guns, especially the little butt gun. We have a nice little butt turret here that really has some excellent range of mobility. Now we have the most exciting part of this vehicle, that is the cargo bay. Now the cargo bay door opens, and it actually stores one of the scout vehicles that we have been seeing from the previous collection and in this collection. It fits a speeder bike, it fits a nice little vehicle there with a little peg, and the door opens and he pops right on out. So obviously I have the scout trooper here. One of the chase vehicles was the lighter scout bike with a clone trooper on it. I believe that was supposed to be with this guy. The other chase was IG-11 with a lighter scout bike here. Just really, really cool that these vehicles are able to interact with the smaller ones, carry the smaller ones, because it also canonically fits in with the vehicle's history and with the lore of it itself. Now we know that these LAATs not only had a speeder bike in the back, but they also had a little medical droid and a whole bunch of other accoutrements. And once you're all done flying him around, he can pop right back in here. You just gotta mind his helmet. He pops back right in here, slides right on the peg, and the door closes. Very neat design, love it. As we can see here up top, we also have an exposed missile bay where we can remove this little panel. We can get the awesome little missiles that are stored in the mass driver cannons right here. Nice added detail, really good paint and design on this model throughout. Thanks for watching another episode of Binary Sunset Review. As always, I've been Mike. Your likes and your views are greatly appreciated. Let me know what you think about the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron. I really enjoy the tiny vehicles and the minifigures. It's great to see the detail and design of the old Kenner vehicles passed down to new generations of vehicles and fans. Have a great day out there. Stay safe, stay sane, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.